books all the while. Aluminum pots, aluminum file. Minimum wage, millennium style. And when the gun bust, who a go run under style. Some a who know it, wine bust like boil. Yo again. Hot fire with me feature. This is the Congo Bongo Jesse gender. I burn the fire in a fridges and freezer. Burn, burn, all your bridges and Caesar. And no vida loca, burn lambada. Yo, yo, Vatican be still. Cyborg, I program fi kill. Hey no, not a place fi go chill. Bushfire, run you over the hill. You take your foul silk and you take your foul pill. Mind your grow feather and go get bill. And when you read your wrong, you're right in your will. High man sang I and I fulfill. Born again, hot fire with me feature. This is the Congo Bongo. Clear, clear, clear. Buckingham Palace, White House veranda. Born again, hot fire with me feature. I burn the fire in a fridges and freezer. Burn, burn, all your bridges and Caesar. And no vida loca, burn lambada. Piggy ambush them a night Templar. Reagan go push for the I'm in the forward, pull up down, pull up down. Broke out the man, make them turn boogara. Broke out the woman, make them turn womonga. I wanna know how them a follow. You come from Bata, Balaclava. You feel your mic cut chip like a chaparita. And turn you in a slave like Kunte Kinta. You want man land in a flying saucer. You want man slap you with a fly swatter. You want man beat you with a egg beater. You want man shot you with a fire laser. So
hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it, pull it.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes.
With selector Gadites and the
Fresh Radio
Vibes. What is?
Oh, excellent is thy name, thou hast set thy glory above the heavens. For out of the mouths of babes and sucklings are thou ordained strength to still enemies and the avenger. With thy new name, O Jah Rastafari.
Then
is Major Mackerel, and when I'm in the USVI, I listen to Strickly Reggae Show every Saturday night, live and fresh radio vibes with Selector Gadites and the bodies, him are the maddies, how waddies.
Precious name, new name, Rastafari. For it's a new name, Jagat, and it terrible among men, even no like Janet. Yes, a new name, Jagat, and it terrible among men, even no like Janet. For when I call him Rastafari, watch how he can tremble, even no like Janet. For when I call him Rastafari, watch how he can tremble, even no like
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it, pull it.
God bless you all.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Jah, and the Word was Jah. In the beginning, Jah created the heaven and the earth. Then created man of his own likeness and image. Gave unto man wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Jah is my help and my strength, so whom shall I fear? He's a shield upon my right and my left hand, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king. Jah is my light and my salvation, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide throughout this creation, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king. Jah is my guide in my resting and my rising, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide when I step out and forward in, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king. Jah is my guide when Philistines come down upon me, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide when my enemies come to devour, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king. Jah is my guide from the pestilence of darkness, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide from the vampire within. So shall I afraid?
Jah is my keeper.
Jah is my health and my strength, so whom shall I fear? He's a shield upon my right and my left hand, so whom shall I be afraid?
Come we go burn down Babylon one more time. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Oh, them soft, yes, them soft. Them soft, yes, them soft. So come we go chant down Babylon. Men see their dreams and aspiration crumble in front of their face, and all of their wicked intention to destroy the human race. I'm gonna know, and how I know, and that's how I know. A reggae music, come to chant down Babylon. The music, come to chant down Babylon. Music, come to chant down Babylon. This music, come to chant down Babylon. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Come we go chant down. Music, you're the key. Talk to, please talk to me. Bring a voice up to Rastaman, communicating to everyone. How I know, and that's how I know. Reggae music, chant down Babylon, chant down Babylon. Reggae music, chant down Babylon. Reggae music, chant down Babylon. Reggae music, chant down Babylon. Reggae music.
Oh, Jah, hear I and I answer to your cry. Yeah. Bless me, mighty Jah, bless me, so that they can curse me. Bless me, mighty Jah, bless me, yeah. Bless me, mighty Jah, bless me, bless me, so that they can curse me. Bless me, bless me. Mighty Jaja, bless me.
If the white man has the idea of a white God, let him worship his God as he desires. We have found a new ideal, because whilst our God has no color, and yet it is human to see everything through one's own spectacles, and since the white people have seen their God through their white spectacles, we have only outside to see our God through our own.
Hey, I'm DJ, pull that up again. Pull it, pull it.
For we believe in the God of Ethiopia, the everlasting God, God of Father, God of Son, God of Holy Ghost, the one God of all ages. That is the God in whom we believe, but we shall worship him through the spectacles of Ethiopia.
Yes, I.
For 250 years we have struggled under the burden and rigors of slavery. We were maimed, we were brutalized, we were ravaged in every way.
Gotta say big up to each and every one.
We have feelings, we have desires just like any other race. We tried race all over the world, of Canada for the Canadians, of America for the Americans, of England for the English, of France for the French, of Germany for the Germans. Do you think it unreasonable that we, the blacks of the world, should raise the cry of Africa for the Africans?
Bless me, so that they can curse me. Bless me, bless me. Mighty Jaja, bless me.
Gotta big up DJ Uhuru inside the building.
I'm in the midst of strangers. Oh Lord.
Welcome to the Strickly Reggae Show.
Love and mercy. Strangers without. Strangers who don't want to live in harmony. Bless me, mighty Jaja, bless me, so that they can curse me. Bless me, mighty Jaja, bless me.
Yeah.
Bless me, mighty Jaja, bless me, so that they can curse me. Bless me, mighty Jaja, bless me.
Yeah.
Father, they have dug their pit and are waiting to see me fall in it. Yes, they've got grateful words, so without your help, I know I suffer. Hear me when I call on you and help me to conquer. Only you are fair. Be with me in everywhere. They're trying to see me fall, but with you, Jah, I stand tall. Ooh, yeah. Bless me. Oh, Jah, bless me.
I want to say thanks to each and every one who's joining us. We're going to be here until 10 o'clock tonight. We're gonna entertain some phone calls. We're going to discuss the topic tonight.
Why should a man choose to live his life this way? Yeah.
Fussing and fighting every day. Yeah.
All you want to do is
fuss and fight every day.
Each day you get up, you fuss and quarrel. Oh Lord,
yes.
Dumping your brothers in deep waters and barrels.
Bless me.
Sisters informing and sisters.
What am I do?
Sons murdering mothers.
What am I do?
Fathers hate to see the very sight of their own children. Bless me, mighty Jaja, bless me, so that they can curse me. Bless me.
Voila! Pull it up again, pull it up again, pull it up again.
Look to the east for the coming of a black king. Behold! Christ in his kingly character. Christ in his kingly character. Christ in his kingly character. One love, one man say Rasta. Who goes? It must be Jaja. Thank goodness I don't have to wonder.
It's not get against the wall. We do not want it back against the wall because that would be a peculiar and desperate position. We do not want him there. It is because of this that we are asking for fair compromise. When the Belgians have control of the Belgian Congo, which they cannot use, they have not the resources to develop nor the intelligence. The French have more territory than they can develop. There are certain parts of Africa in which they cannot live at all. So it is for you to come together and give us a United States of Africa. Yes, sir.
He's the living legend of this Iowa. Christ in his kingly character. 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 Many know the truth and hide it.
Many know the truth and hide it.
The vibes and try to avoid it.
Try to avoid it.
The truth must be revealed. And oh my God is real. Christ in his kingly character. 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 Behold, behold, where you sit, you worship. Behold, the King of all kings. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Away my sins you wash. Away my sins you wash. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Christ in his kingly character. 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 One low brother man say Rasta. Who goes? It must be Jaja. Thank goodness I don't have to wonder. I know he is forever. Christ in his kingly character. 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 Help me look to the east. Help me see the king coming. Help me see the king.
Hey, I'm a DJ. Pull that up again. Pull it. Pull it.
Yes, unity is the foundation of survival. Togetherness is what we stand for, you know. Oh, For it's like the oil that run down the beard of Aaron, and even unto the skirts of his garment. Educated for war, strive for peace. Where there's love, there'll be peace.
Where there's love, now there is peace. So let righteousness increase. So where there's hate, now there is war. And we're not gonna make it. And we learn from the past, and we're too blind to see. So don't let history repeat. We striving for peace, educated for war. And we're not gonna take it. If it wasn't for Jah, where would I be? I and I would not be alive. The wicked them seek for my soul, but they'll never take control. Jah righteous works we come to unfold. Jah love keep me strong and bold. Every time. So long we've been in darkness. So why are we afraid of the light? Is it hate that you love or love that you seek? Or are you trying to live upright? Who said there ain't no God? They blaspheme in the name of the Lord. Them soul can't find peace. Savage like beast.
Hey, I'm a DJ. Pull that up again. Pull it. Pull it.
Could you possibly rewind and come again?
Well, this is Major Mackerel, and when I'm in the USVI, I listen to Strickly Reggae Show every Saturday night, live and fresh radio vibes with Selector Gadites and the bodies, him and the maddies, how waddies.
Where there's love, now there is peace. So let righteousness increase. So where there's hate, now there is war. And we're not gonna make it. So we're too blind to see. So don't let history repeat. We striving for peace, educated for war. And we're not gonna take it. Listen now. Music, it is my weapon. And music is my life. If it wasn't for Jah, where would I be? a mission. Fighting. To do good is my decision. And I say love is my religion. A fool say it in his heart. He tell himself that there is no God. A wise man will hear when wise man speak. An empty barrel always have the most heart. No sense. Good vibes and inspiration. Time to all the positive meditation. And no hate and segregation. Can we show love to all of the nations? You feel it? With good vibes and inspiration. We show love to all of creation.
Yeah, let me just welcome each and everyone who is joining us on board right here. Rascadites inside the building. 29 minutes up into the hour. We just want to say big up to all the people on planet Earth, the planetarians, the Earthlings, the spaceship and all. It's called the Strickly Reggae Show. And tonight we're gonna be talking right now. Sounds of the one and only Rascapa right there in Ghana right now. My God. What was hidden from the wise and the prudent should reveal unto the babe and the suckling. What seems so impossible to some people, it's gonna be so easy for all people. Let's move united. Yeah, my DJ, could you hold it right there? I just want to say that tonight on the Strictly Reggae Show, you know, we are going to discuss a topic. As you see, it was up on the screen. It says Rastafari and the Freemason. I know a lot of people read what I put out today because it went global. And, you know, we just want to gather the masses. No, Rasta, we can't use the one. The one that nah go make it. But let's get to our soundtrack. We put out something today, and you know, some revelation have come out where not even me sometimes can really grasp the whole context, the whole thing that's coming out. Now today I read something that I've heard a longer time, but to really see it manifest its head right now, I'm gonna go for the article. The article is here up, and you know, when I speak, a lot of people they say, Gadites, you know, you don't say certain things, but we read an article today and we want to get to it, you know, because it is something that we need to have a reasoning about certain things that we don't question, and certain things that is being put forward for us to question it. Now, I came across some information that is on the public domain where our people is going to find out this, and they have to dissect for themselves if it is something tangible. All right, I put it out under the Fresh Radio Vibe, the Strictly Reggae Show. It says here, Tafari Macanning. It's talking about His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie, who a lot of Rasta right now they treasure the teachings of His Majesty, and they see where he has contributed a lot when it comes on to the spiritual awakening of our people in some sense, and also the organizing of our people in many regards. Now, this literature, this piece of information that is coming out now is unveiling some things that I've never looked at it in that sense when it comes on to His Imperial Majesty. I've always seen him for a dignified person who attained in his lifetime a lot of things that, to me, it seems a bit far-fetched, but he attained it, and he also accomplished some spiritual challenges that can put in context if we want to serve our benefits. Now, this is something they say that about His Imperial Majesty. It said Tafari Mukhanen was officially given the name Emperor Haile Selassie by the reptile Queen of England in 1930, after he officially sold the dynasty Mount Zion of Queen Sheba and King Solomon to England. I soon open the phone line. It's just 5 minutes after. Hold on, Father. Emperor Selassie was a Freemason pretending to be the most divine while he deceived the masses by preaching the truth. However, behind the mainstream media, he practiced cult ritual of the Roman and Vatican Empire. It says that Ethiopia was not colonized because it surrendered without a fight. This is what it is saying. Ethiopia surrendered without a fight. Wow, we have always said that Ethiopia is the only place that was never colonized because the colonizers could not break the will of the people. This brother is saying that Ethiopia surrendered without a fight because they already believe in subjective peace. So they choose peace instead of causing to fight, as they regard as violence and dictated by the emperor. That region called Ethiopia was the first and only land where they accept Roman influence into the government. The phone line is open right now. We're going to have a reasoning with some of our brethren. Russ Kappa over there, and he's lining up. We're going to see what he's dealing with. Hold on, people.
Yes. They will set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, they will set you up. Hey, what is man that Jah is mindful of him? When every day the world is mingled up in sin, we see them all opposing and show off. We not the race of life. Later when I go laugh, don't let them set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, I don't wanna be set up. Don't let them set you up. Set you up, yeah. Every man had the same chance. Every man had the same dance. Everybody in a romance, like the world in a lost trance. Yes, they got the system fighting against the things to make us all. Yes, to live as one, but he's got the master's plan. Don't let them set you up. Don't let them set you up.
Hold on, I think Counter General just take off the items to for the store. Be a nice student tonight.
Don't let them set you up.
Yeah, make them set us up. Can you imagine what the people must say? All the light, 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 all the light. Grand Rising, Counter General.
Father, give thanks and praise to life, yes, sir. Health and strength and a sound mind.
And a sound mind. They have some time can share some knowledge with the people.
Sailor says, it sounds like it's a radio program we are going with right now. So just make it clear, are we on a radio program right now, Chief?
Yes, sir. I'm there in a studio about the Strickly Reggae show. I send a thing to your office. I don't know if you have to get time off, I say with the eye. You know what I mean? But
No man, we are you know man, and you see me, I know how we deal with See, and just now I forward some information to the ICA. You forward some information earlier.
Yes.
And greetings to everybody who are here. Winnie, hallelujah, Winnie and Kenila Blaze and the divine ever present. Sailor, the governor, always present. Sailor, give thanks, Rascal.
Yes,
hallelujah. I have some track out there too.
Yes.
I have the apparel to put on punch people. See, now we are called across the fort and the plane. Rascalites, you say more.
Yeah, we want to say peace and blessings to you, Neela Blaze. I think Michelle want to get in from this too, but you see what I sent to you this today is a very revealing piece of paperwork. What's your thought on this paperwork that is put out as far as the legacy of His Imperial Majesty?
No man, as I tell you, we vet it already, man. Saying, cause I just met the eye now. I say when I see the eye show, I say this I just connection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, sir.
6, 7.
Yes, sir.
See la?
Yes, sir.
So I the same topic too. So not far. Listen, man, as Uncle Bazia, man.
Right now, I'm sending it to Bazra desk, but me not even gonna bother him yet till Monday. But you say you vet it, and the information there, is it valid? Is it valid what this information putting forward?
Whole heap of holes, straightforward. Hallelujah. Whole heap of holes, boy. Hallelujah. Cause the divine show we wish for walk, It's like in the nose of them question I go forward,
Yes, sir.
And it says, so just be go come question your faith, So everybody who walk with ball and straight for whatever them be, You see me, whatever flowers in the garden, them are gonna get themselves questioned by their own brother. You see it, and that was my time now. See, and I say, always see go on there when you with the message. In the text.
Yes.
See, the whole breakdown, because a whole heap of information, You have to take your time and sip it,
Mm-hmm.
See, you have to sip on a split and then sip it again at your meds and make sure you will not put yourself involved. You have to take out yourself.
True.
Take out yourself or you got answer wrong.
True. So what we're reading from the text, because people, in case you're just joining up, we know who we are, and we know the teachings of His Majesty is something that has bring forth a lot of good for our people. But we know that there are unscrupulous elements out there who will tarnish what His Imperial Majesty has put forward, or try to, because they can't tarnish it. Them can't make it look bad in no way, shape, or form to the people them where His Imperial Majesty deliver, like I and I. Now the revelation says here that Tafari Mokanin was officially given the name Emperor Haile Selassie by the reptilian Queen of England in 1930. What's in your files? Where you come up with that? Any
Stop right there, the reptilian queen, and we break down a piece of that for so I know.
Yes,
personally.
No. What the books them? What the files? What we know so we have access to all of the righteous words. Them can't fool you with nothing.
Exactly. So you can't nowadays you can't trace anything with just a quote. Any quote where I quote, you can just go quote it. Any part that stick, you can just go quote it and Google can pull it up.
Yes.
And it will tell you where it is. And that's how vast this AI thing be.
Yes.
Saying, so when them say the reptilian, hallelujah. Saying, when I there and see the divine show me Her Majesty under the reptilian queen. Seeing, I learned before I come into the States that the leaders, them, I learn how to roll. Because I'm a human being and I know if you take on whole heap of people.
Right.
Seeing, so them go try follow olden persons or ancient ones and how they used to roll. That's what I say, God. And them go as far as down in Egypt. Saying them went as far as Egypt. Because remember the Roman Empire break off in Anglo-Saxon, the Anglo-Britannia. Saying, and then you have the Franco, and you have el Espanol, and you have Portugal. All them kingdoms they break down in and them did end up colonize the whole of the region them in like me I tell.
We are here the fullness. We are here the fullness.
Sailor. So when them say reptilian now, what the ones them used to do now, in the Egyptian hieroglyphics, they used to see some serpent that walk up and I go whisper and the fear of them ears. You see it? And then serpent had a walk on foot. And then telling at the beginning and said the serpent was the one who walked up and it was glistening. If you look down on serpent, it mean whole heap of thing. Wisdom divine, it mean whole heap of thing. You see, when you look on the fear of them have a snake on the front of them. A cobra snake. It is a cobra and it have a bird side eye. The drunk represent channel from the living to the dead. You see what I say? Yes, you are dead. Seeing, so with the serpent represent that now, they used to have the serpent to whisper and them dry it in the hieroglyphics. Seeing, so them come whisper to them, and when it, hallelujah, when the divine cast him, you shall really crawl upon your belly and lick dust. Don't feel like a joker. After I make no boy can't move. Seen or unseen.
Yeah.
Seeing, so now when them say reptilian being, we know say them used to go down the John D. And Her Majesty the First, them say for some people, Trace Smith, you can look him up, evangelist and archaeologist, I should say per se. And him have a good podcast now. See, he'll donate to him cars to good evangelist there. See him break it down and show, hallelujah. Nothing him break down, even when you say Afro-Khan. When you look on the old name of Nimran, I saw they say name Amaru-Khan or Afro-Khan. I want you look it up for the old name for Nimran.
Yes,
everybody said about descent from Nimran, you know. The whole people, them who own the jazz, the vat, the everything. And Nimran, they said them are descent from, you know.
Yes, sir.
Saying?
Yes, sir.
I tell everybody. Hallelujah, you know, my lad. That does the divine say a time coming and them get shook, you know.
So right now there's some names because our people are using some words and sound that is not giving them any power. And we keep stressing to our people that, you know, like Sal Amun, not Salaman, Sal Amun. A powerful word that I just say a while ago, you know. And a lot of people don't know that it move. Afu Aka. Afu Aka is not Africa. Afu Aka. You know? Now, it goes on to say that Ethiopia had to hide the book of Enoch from the masses. Why? Because they were orders by the Roman Empire as it exposed the reign of Queen Sheba, Moon, and King Solomon, the sun. The book of Enoch contains vital information of the moon and the sun. It goes on to say that, and people, we're going to post this because we need all our people to be very knowledgeable in what we're dealing with. So when you pray and you say Amen, you're actually putting the abbreviation is Aman Ra. We have to know that these
along with that, you know, great one. Along with that, you know, you have Hebrew, you have Egyptian, hallelujah. You have Hebrew, you have Egyptian interpretation, you know. You have Hebrew, you have Egyptian interpretation. When Joseph, them brother, sell him, you know, and then go back to him, you know, and then go down the farm works, you know, the sons of Jacob make the whole Egypt tremble, you know. The whole sons of Jacob make Egypt run up and down for them brother, you know. And we never even see that script, you know. The book of Joshua, if you read it, you know, listen it, you know, my lad, and it reveals enough things to you know, my lad. And they said, show you, say, yeah, the Neo, you know, the book of Joshua, if you read it, you know, listen it, you know. You understand? It said, when the sons of Jacob go down to Egypt, you know, the man them say, yo, we come for look food, you know, but we are going to look back for brother Joseph, what we sell. Why this important, you are going to see. When the man them say, them look for them come and buck up on Joseph, them brother and they even know, and him a big man, you know. Saying and the man then say, yo, listen, we come down here, we look for our brother, you know. Saying, and if we find him, we are going to buy him back. But if we don't want to give him back, you know, we not left Egypt until we get back our brother, you know. We are going to flatten it. Why this important now? That show we say, hallelujah. It say when Egyptian then come up on the Israelite, them, you know, my lad. Me just try distinguish a thing, you know.
Yes, sir.
The Israelite, the Egyptian then come up on the Israelite, them, you know. It's a Simeon ball out, you know, my lad. It's a Simeon ball out, you know, God.
Yes,
and when
sir.
Simeon ball out, you know, everybody start run up and down, you know.
Yes.
Everybody start run up and down. Only Joseph and his two sons never move, you know, because them have Hebrew blood in them, you know. And Hebrew people can't run up and down, you know, my lad.
Yes, sir.
No way.
Yes, sir.
You understand that?
Yes,
and that for tie back in. Them have to go down to Egypt. See, now, so them a find certain things and say, man, because the Egyptian, them don't did a connect with the divine, my lord. I know the Egyptian, them build the pyramid, them, my lord. We have to know that too, I know them build the pyramid, my lord. We know that the book of Enoch tell you them things about the situation. We don't read the book of Enoch. We have to read and sit now. We have to read the Apocrypha. We have to catch something.
But them say right now that the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican, has seized these books and have put it away from the people, where our people are not given access to these great words.
Sila, watch this now.
Yes, I. So you see with the real vampire there, though. You see with the real vampire there.
We have to know where the information that come from, you see. That's how I pick up, because when we say Roman,
Vatican,
them,
you can't get no more clear. You can't get no more clearer than that,
See, like, you know what them say. Them saying at the past in Venice.
Yes, I.
See, them slew Peter the apostle and Bill one sitting on him in bone them. Seeing a thing on them bone them and them start yarn say him are the first pope and them start do a thing. Seeing and them time that them do them thing and I say you can't beat them. I realize them people believe in a man where them say divine, this man a heal people and that kind of thing. See now who this and people believe in this man and this man was contrary to the European philosophy. Seeing the European philosophy was a Greek philosophy, and the Greek philosophy was if you have clear skin, blue eye, and straight hair, you are a leader. Any other eye color and skin color is not a leader. They were born to be a slave. That was the philosophy we taught, like how you hear 1, 2, 3 in a school, in a Greek. And then when Rome conquered Greek now, seeing them take the library, but them destroy everything else, and them take the method called the Greeks, them, Greek power, democracy, democracy, democrata. Seeing, with them boy, the name Aristotle, them, them bring forward democrata, Seeing, and Rome take democrata, that's why we can't say Rome. Anyway, democrata. Seeing and it come forward, democracy, there's a thing where then try, the Greek, them bring it forward, them never try it, the Rome, and then take it after, then destroy them, and then bring it to pass. But through immorality, Rome fall, and then it come down to Anglo-Sax, Anglo-Britannia. See, Anglo-Britannia branch off in the Vatican, them, and the Vatican really was like a private group, and then them form themselves, and then them attach themselves to the empire based on what me understand. Saying because them declare sovereign, and them declare sovereign, them going to Italy and declare themselves sovereign as a church. Some man in Paris.
We get some more in this state. Say later on the Roman Empire became under the Vatican ruling. So the Roman Empire became under the Vatican ruling, still controlling the Ethiopian Empire. In Afu Raka, we never had a system of empires, but dynasty, supreme supernatural royalty. Asian Ra-Sefa, sun, moon, and star, Rastafarian Zionism, didn't honor or praise Jah, but honor and praise their ancestry through the sun, moon, and stars. Jah is another name for Jehovah, Mulak, who is a reptilian demon. In ancient time of Rastafarian, the letter J did not exist until the Roman Empire took charge, whereas the original Ethiopian dynasty, ancient Lower Nubian, is way older than the Greek and Roman Empire. Whole heap of thing that me threw in your ears all a while ago, King.
That's so, we can't stop right. I just said the Ethiopian way, We have to look where Ethiopia come from, Now we check the map, Remember, Ethiopia, them a carry the line of the tribe of Judah, Jerusalem it used to there, See, Jerusalem it used to there, When Rome take over Jerusalem in the 70 CE, I think it be, Seeing and them run away and going at the hallway, you know, where Christ Yeshua did prophesy, you know. So run to the hills and all kind of thing, you know. And the people them run away, you know. And enough of them run come to the western part of Africa. Seeing and some go down in Ethiopia there, you know.
Yes, sir.
Seeing according to the next philosopher what they, you know, named Joseph, you know. He call himself King Joseph, you know. Say divine say you know the king of Judah, you know, and he might give up him thing to, you know. Saying Ethiopia farm out of the Jews them will run away. Come down on the land because Rome take over Jerusalem, the center of the earth.
Aye.
See, yes, our powers are gravitate from this, so them realize too. And them know this land, hallelujah, we ancestor ground under the dome of the rock.
Remember big up Paul to just forward on the stream. Big up all the way indigenous people who are grasping. You know, first night, I don't mean to cut away from our reasoning, because this reasoning is a serious one. But first night, aka last night, I buck up on some iron over upon one eye group where I find so the eye them a look confrontation for challenge. And I know no knowledge for challenge nobody. Me nah get up and force feed nobody. Nothing with me know. Because I go utter it. And if you want to accept it, if you want to live by it, you live by it. If you don't want to live by it, you don't have to live by it. But we find out, say, the iron them out there right now, them a look some form of challenge, and we say, I know you say challenge there. Find the oppressors, them, and challenge them. Am I wrong?
So it's supposed to be, man, and it's supposed to help, you know.
Yes, sir.
Alive?
That's true, man. True.
Be, you know, knowledge supposed to help.
Make we get
truth, you know.
Yeah. Make we get tonight, you know, people, we are talking about this article that we are dissecting, where even the very fact of His Imperial Majesty being a Freemason, people have to highly lion, strong lion, are you that? Strong lion, what go on?
Blessing us.
Yes, the Sabbath. How was the Sabbath? Well,
finish that sealing up and then set the family with some Yule.
Yes,
and just come in the meditation.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, man. We love. I say I come, you know, because we not say well I come, and you know, grand powers. With the thing when we send to the eye, Neela Blaze a chop up and I reason about, you know, you read the fullness of what we are talking about too. I will tell you where we reach, but before we tell you where we reach, give us your intake as to where you overstand now.
Well, I don't know who the writer is. I don't know who write that stuff there, but I mean, I tell you, boy, I mean, they get so much people out there like the right stuff, but then they ain't get no spiritual inclination, you see? Yeah. You can't approach this modesty with just a naked eye. And even when you do that too, you can find a lot of dignity coming from him. Yeah. So a lot of people them seek out to try to destroy his modesty image and his legacy, you know? Mm-hmm. Because if they go deeper into the tunnel and they look into the thing more deeper, they'll understand prophecy is modesty, fulfilling all the prophecy. Yeah. Biblically. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you see Christopher Columbus, they say Christopher Columbus set off in 1492, right?
So them say.
Okay, it was 1492? And Majesty was born 1892. Calculations can bring in the 400 years, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you know, say, when Christopher Columbus come across, he opened the door for a lot of other things to take place towards our ancestors, you see? That was prophetic. So with the prophecy even, when you check out Judgment Genesis, Moses is getting the word sound where the Most High was telling him, you know, prophecy and biblically about how his seed was going to be this land, being a land that was not theirs, and it's going to serve for over 400 years. Yes, and then Shiloh was going to come now. Shiloh was going to be the one who was going to come. And Shiloh was going to gather the children from the east, west, north, and south. Right? Okay, and then you go on to Isaiah telling you, saying how this one was going to come, right? And the ones that would follow him was going to be called by his name and living by his word. So we used to see him said Rastafari would carry in the name and living by his word. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So his modesty is prophetic, man. So it's a lot of things where people don't even understand. Even with the war, people say this brother say his modesty gave up the throne of Sheba. Yeah. I mean, his modesty is the only king from the 200, this man is the 225th grandson of King Solomon on a 3,000-year Solomonic dynasty, right? Okay, so this man sit up on the square, and he's the only king would get crowned with the empress, given a reverence to the matriarchal order what was set in place before man was ruling. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this thing go deep, man. It's prophetic. You cannot diss the emperor. You cannot diss the king. The man
But how? Hold on. So the day I take the sentiments where this brother share as a defrauding of the true powers of his imperial majesty.
Okay, see, I wouldn't say. Okay, I would say that yes, and then I would say there is evidence that you could see, that you could find where His Majesty play a part, would you find itself in the Freemason order. Now, people don't understand what is Freemason and what this is all about. The first time you hear Freemason, you understand?
Yeah.
Any lodge, anything, was the African lodge, you know. This was the African lodge. It's the first, this is in the East. You understand? So we got to understand that the trends would be set. We thinking like Babylon set the trends and then, we go join Babylon, but we really set the trends. Okay, take for instance, right? When you hear sugar plantation field, only thing you can think about is slave master whipping us and then we picking cane. No, it don't go like that. The plantation field is our ancestors will create that concept. And it wasn't no slavery concept. It was the industry, because I'm telling you right now, you have brothers and sisters in Peru. When you go back in antiquity, the first set of cane fields and them parts, them there, all the way coming into North America, Caribbean. This is what we used to do. So even we just had a conversation the other day about slavery.
Yes.
And now we thinking like Europeans was the one who was the first one who bring that on us. When you really check it out, we was dealing with servitude first. So when we talking about Freemasonry and we talking about the level in the square, listen man, the level in the square and Freemasonry got to do with a boy and a girl passage of right into womanhood and manhood. Everybody need to know the circumference and know the level and the square.
No, but Strong Lion, what we see right now is that most people are suspicious of Freemasonry because the Freemasons they have painted this picture that the secret society is the one who assassinated John F. Kennedy, and they have a lot of secret and technological reasoning why the massive don't get these access. So Freemasonry right now has become like the Freemason, what they're talking about is Imperial Majesty being a part of the Kemetic Masonic, not even Masonic, but Mason, should I call it, or Mason.
See the thing get water right down, because what is the level? What is the square? And what is the compass? You see, these are the things we ask ourselves. And guess what? That's iration. The level in the square and the compass is iration. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let me show you a vibe, Let me show you why it's so important for the passage of right for young men and young women. Say when you're born from 1 to 7, it's a certain energy which is be present with you. And if you corrupt that energy from 7 to 13, then that corrupt. Because time as you reach 13, 12, 13, the energy has come off the pelvics. So that means all the sexual energy has come off the pelvic. So you need to initiate folks at that age, young boys and girls at that age, because if you don't initiate them and bring them in and show them, it's almost like a shock you can bring them now. You can bring a girl to initiation to bring them to a shock. Because, some kids, them, if you don't put them through this initiation time, as they reach 16, 17, you're having a problem with them. Now, watch what the European man do. The European man take their 12 years old son in the bush and say, like, yeah, when you come out this bush, you're going to be a man. Because he can take you in there with a gun to go shoot something, and then now you're a man. But our ancestors don't do that. We deal with the level, the square, and the compass. You see? To bring them in. So this Freemasonry, the way it is right now, it get watered down so dry to where Babylon corrupted, man. You understand? And then the brother was saying something. The brother was touching on Greco-Roman, and he was touching on how His Majesty bringing and allowing all the. Yo, listen, man. Yeah. If you go on Acts of the Apostle in chapter 8.
Yes.
About the Ethiopian eunuch. would get baptized by Philip the Apostle. This brother get baptized by Philip the Apostle, one of Yeshua brethren, right? And this man went into Ethiopia and he was coming from.
Respond for real, Rastaman.
I'm just saying, the Christendom, the European create Christendom to control the society what they was living in.
Yes.
Because guess what? When you come to Muslim is extreme. You come to Rasta is extreme. So they had to create something what could fit them, suit them with light. Because look how light Christianity
the water don't. And this is why I choose tonight to really bring forward a lot of the things that is printed out there, people. It have a lot of truth in it, but it is not.
That's right.
It is not geared to make the truth look into you, because you are the truth of the story. Hold on before we make Neil Blaze contributed. In our part, it says here that Ethiopia was not colonized, but it surrendered without fighting.
What's the contradiction to that? What's the contradiction in that? The Battle of Adwa. Yeah. The Battle of Adwa, that's a contradiction. Why the Battle of Adwa happened if they did surrender? You see, for the same reason why they come at this majesty again in this majesty, they still conquer them. Let's go on, finish read, Rasta.
Bros, hold on, cause it's the Battle of Adwa with the Italians, them, you know.
Yeah.
Say now, them give in to the Romans.
Of course. So, no, the brother was saying, pardon my Ras. The reason why I said that is because what the brother reading, I don't know if you read it, but he was talking about this Greco-Roman and how we bow out to the Catholic Church. That's why I said that.
Yes. See, I read it to for real.
Yeah, I said it to the desk. Hold on, let me go by it. There's a piece here where you did, before you came along, I was reading it as far as how the J come in and so forth.
That's crap.
Hold on. It says that the letter J was invented as an upside down staff which represent our brain and spinal cord. They cast a spell which reverse our chakras upside down while manipulating the pineal glands, the pine cone, with new invert staff with an enclosed pine clone. Christianity or any form of Bible is an Eurocentric invention. Ancient Zionism, Rastafarian, involve oral orientation, not books, like the rest of all original spiritual gathering of all Africana tribes and clans. This current Rastafarian Zionism, influenced by ancient Rome Catholicism under draconian Freemasonry, hence the governance of emperor like Emperor Selassie born Buchanan, who got honored and inaugurated by Queen Elizabeth of England for giving her Mount Zion, the throne of Queen Sheba, without fighting. Yes, yeah, utter rubbish that. Not that is so.
Yo, let me say something.
Yes, sir.
They got the Fidel, They got the Ethiopian Fidel. That Fidel is like the alphabet. And then you got to sing the melody to learn it. They got to be sing A, B, C, D. You got Fidel, you could sing the Fidel to learn the letters. And guess what? In the Fidel, you get the J sound. What they talking about?
Yes, utter rubbish. Not go so.
Talking about?
Not go so.
Yo, let me tell you something now. When it come down to the scripting, let me show you, when it come down to the scripting of the tongue, Ethiopia have all the sounds, any sound you hear from any language, even if you buck a tribe, which you never hear about, and you hear them speak, you're going to hear some Ethiopian language in it. You know why? Because we copy the script for everything we can speak. Now, the English was the last people them to get their script. So that's what they didn't get their script from us, because our high priest in Kemet, when they realized after the first time that Alexandria Library get burned down, they know the knowledge was in the future was not gonna say. What they do when people them come to Kemet seeking that knowledge, what they do? They ask them where they from, and they use the encode in their language to preserve our knowledge. So every language which you could hear, except the English language, preserving our stuff. The English language is not relevant our stuff because ancestors didn't give the code and the formula to the English. The English create their own scripting. That's why the language is equivocal and subtle and cunning, double tongue. You see? So when they come playing around with this English and come and telling you about this, I think they're using the science right now where we don't speak Russian, and yet the media we can understand with the slave master language where they got us under, right?
Yes.
We don't even know if this man innocent or if he ain't innocent because now all the propaganda because we speak English. So if someone's saying, help us please, the building is burning and Russian, we don't even understand that, most of us.
Yes, sir.
So we understand the English, so it's easy to manipulate us with the English because it's subtle, cunning and equivocal. Because even when they come to meet our ancestors and our Aboriginal ancestors in this land, the 10 tribes of Israel, because the next 3 tribes, because it was 13 tribes, was in the east, the next 10 tribes was in the west. That's what I'm telling us about. All of us come through the Middle Passage. No, our ancestors is because 10 tribes spread out from the Caribbean all the way to North America, South America. All this is ours. When you come up in the east, from what they call Middle East, the reason why they say Middle East, right? It's because they don't want you to know that part of Africa, that's the next part of Africa, all the Europe and Asia and all that, the next part of Africa. So what they talking about in this judgment? Playing around, not play it with His Majesty, you know.
Yes, sir.
The first is the last, you know. You understand what I'm saying? You see, and we need to disrespect the Holy Man either. We understand chromosomes. We need to check on the wall and X. Then the chromosomes, man, the Holy Mother said, reach in the land and then break the X and the Y. And then man manifests. You ever understand Wonder Woman and wondering why? You see all these women, them, young, old, and all these things, you wonder where the man is. You know, man,
hold on.
They know some stuff that we don't know.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm set up with chakra right now. Neela Blaze, anything you want? Anyone has chakra, them you want put in alignment?
You want to say chakra, man. We divine, man. We divine, you know, we connect, you know, we all are one in a God, bro.
Yes, sir.
See, like, and he say, hallelujah, he say, yo, be one as we are one.
Yes, sir.
See, like, and that's everything rests, the foundation. Me tell them, it's 2 vision, getting a vision, what the and all it come down for me and hold it for thing and we have to pronounce some letter and some thing for your program and thing and you understand me? But me I tell you, man, we divine, man, just like a chakra, man. Stay meaning the Almighty will create everything and flow through every atom where keep your vibration together, you know. See, like which vibration you're depending on a do, re, mi, or a God, you know. You see me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Paulette is listening to us, but Paulette, give me your number if you want to join the reasoning. My number is 26. You have my number on Messenger, but you are trying to get over here. I'm on WhatsApp. I'm not on Messenger. You know, so I could extend the call for people over there. The number is 260-209-8730. You put the number inside of your phone and add it, and I'll put you to the WhatsApp. Now, people, we are talking, as we said, we can't stop the oppressors them from doing their work, and I think that is very crucial. Where what we're doing now to put down some of the misinformation that doesn't really complement His Imperial Majesty, because look among us for the perfect, and that is the perfect man in the fullness. Zine without any apology. No man will walk earth right now, not even the guy with the J name. No. But let's continue. It said that the current Rastafarian is whatsoever. It said Queen Elizabeth stole the throne, diamond, and stool of Queen Sheba. Emperor Selassie is a slave of the Order of Garter and the Grand Star of Yugoslavia, Grand Lodge of Malta, Order of Knights Templar, and Order of the Red Cross. Whole heap of sitting that, you know. Whole heap of
hey, you see that? Let me tell you something, Rasta.
Yes,
you see His Majesty is the Triple Crown King.
Yes,
you have heard the scriptures say, not even a hairy scalp of such an one should still go under the transpassing, because the Most High is the judge of the quick and the dead. He's the Triple Crown King. Yes. And the next realm he got you, and the next one he got you too.
Yes,
let me show you a vibe, you know.
Yes, sir.
every order had to give a reverence to the true order. You understand? 72 nations come in and they kneel, my lord. You understand what I'm saying? So all of them orders have to give. When you see this majesty, that's the true champion, the crown champion. That's the original champion. So when I see him, they have to give up everything. Yes, so I looking for my Ethiopian calendar. Listen, man, this Rastafari production and the Bahamas. These two brothers, them, Wade and Ducks. They really Rascopper big brethren. Yes, sir. Rascopper come up under these man them in Nassau and Yellow Elder. Yes, sir. You understand? Yes, sir. These man create this Ethiopian calendar, and in the calendar they give you the years. They give you how you know how Babylon 7 years ahead, 7 days ahead, and these type of things, right? And I looking for the. I can try to find it. If I don't find it now, the next time we talk, I can read off all of the plaques or all the honor.
When was it 13? When was it 13 months in the full year and not 12? Because February have the real date of the month. So if you take off all of these things and put on whatever put on, you get 13, a whole 13 months in the year.
No, you see. September 11, you see, September 11 is the first day of the 5 days, and on a leap year, 6 days. Yes, sir. You see it. Yes, guess sir. What? You see now. That's when Queen of Sheba returned from visiting Solomon on that day, the New Year.
But seeing that you mentioned the Queen Sheba, a while ago him said that Queen Elizabeth sit down upon the stool of Queen Sheba. With the diamond.
You know what that is? Let me tell you what that is. What that is. Let's go into that Rasta. Let's go into the 16th century. Let's go into the 16th century when the Inquisition was putting pressure on our ancestors. When King James now, the one who they go on and is discriminated about and saying he was a fag and saying he was white. No, my lord. King James was holding down the kingdom up there on that side of the world. You understand? When they called England, and he was the king of England and Scotland at the same time. The man was setting all decrees. And Shakespeare was his subject. He's the one who actually gave Shakespeare the Dublin word sound and say, yo, script our ancestors' knowledge so when they come for the future and rip it up, then we could go and have it preserved for our ancestors. That's the reason why the priests them and Kemet had to do the same thing. When the Alexandria Library get burned down twice, but the first time it happened, they plotted a scheme, and guess what? They was teaching everybody these different codes and formula in their language to preserve the knowledge for over 100 years. Now watch this now. When they come for His Majesty and the war, His Majesty was trying to see if he could bring the Geese language and the common language and hammer it so the people then could get the knowledge, not when they go to church, but they could have the common language in the Bible form with all the books in it. You understand what I'm saying? And hammer it. And guess what? They attack Ethiopia, and guess what His Majesty do? His Majesty leave out and go on England and took the copy with him. Yeah. You understand? And guess what? People, Ethiopians all over the world was donating His Majesty. His Majesty ain't had no money, you know. People was donating His Majesty money. And guess what he do with all the money? Build the Bible, put all the scripts together. And guess what? Everybody, when the scripts is finished, he sent everybody their Bible. And guess what? Everybody around the world who's Ethiopians, who love the motherland, who know of this thing, they had their copy. And guess what? They had their prayers with them. And guess what they do? Lock them prayers. And His Majesty gone back home. When he come back home, he come to Cairo Airport, put on his military outfit, and then fly out to Ethiopia and go and free up the land, my lord. You understand what I'm saying? With the word sound, and the Bible was done complete. And now everybody.
So the stool thing, that is not a real. Thing,
no, that ain't real. That ain't real because guess what? Even if they have something set up. In some fashion to say, okay, then this is historical versus plagiarizing of something what is actually a fact. Then I don't know of that. But I don't know say the mother don't sit up on square. The mother's the oracle. She's the circle. You see, she gather. When you go deal with the oracle, you deal with her like the honeybee. She at the center. Only man them build the square, you know. Listen to me, my lord. Only man them build the square. The square get built in Kemet. You understand coming from where people then feel like they say one more rule. You understand? Because remember, when Menelik gone to go see his father, he never see a man on a square. So when he go on and see Solomon on a square, you have to want to say, yo, you're in a square. I need to go up on a square. That time Sheba was the judgment queen of she's the queen of Sheba. Yeah, coming from the Candice order. Candice is a dynasty too. You understand? Coming from, and she was the queen of Saba. So ain't like she was in Ethiopia, because the capital of Ethiopia now, the new flower, that's the capital in our time. In those days, she was in the land of Saba. Because I remember, like I told you, from Africa to those lands, all of them is our lands. You have East Africa, West Africa. So you be like, okay, that's East Africa. Ethiopia is East Africa, and then across what they call Middle East going across. Now let's say that's West. So that's West Africa versus East Africa. All that is Africa. You don't come tell me about no Middle East, Europe, my lord, China, my lord. All of that's Africa, my lord.
So,
you see?
So
you go check it out.
All right, we got that started out. Neil, anything you want to say as far as what the Ras saying? Everything in context.
The text that, yeah, man, we can touch on it, man. I know if things want to fix up, man, but you have many ways they can deal with the thing. Just like how God said, China there. We just learned say China is a corporation, and Manchuria the place name. See, I just always try to break down a 5-step program. That's how I show it. See,
that's the thing about the state.
A diplomat, a Manchuria fly to the airport.
Yeah.
So corporation versus incorporate. So first you have to incorporate, then you can run a corporation. Yeah. But if you don't incorporate, then you ain't no corporation. So just if you know understand, then you know communication then.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
So incorporation to a state. They say you have a right now to be a state now. You incorporated now. Now you could cooperate now. And you could go, you know what I mean? Type of vibe. You see how I'm saying? But guess what? All that still is English, my lord. They don't have nothing to do with I and I. That's why when we speak English, it's hurt us. Every time we speak, it's hurt us, my lord.
Yeah, man. So English tie us up, man. English tie us up. English is the slave language. English is the slave language because and that's why it was important for them to educate our people, because they know that if in the beginning was the word and the word was Jah and the word was with Jah, if them corrupt the word, them can always try to fool Jah people. Let's get into some more. It says that the real story here, this brother breaking it down to say that the real story is that the truth, the harsh truth hidden to keep our people worshipping lower vibration entities like Jehovah, which is the Moloch demon, as we put it. Him said,
no.
Yeah, go on. Moloch. Moloch, you ever hear the word there yet?
Yeah. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah,
Murloc,
should I say. Murloc.
You could say Murloc, and you could say Moloch too, because the Moloch, you see where I'm coming from? Yeah. Coming from Babylon, where they break down molecule. Molecule, Moloch. You see what I'm saying, right? Okay. Just like with they atoms. With the atoms.
You
understand coming from? Because guess what? The English words don't have nothing to do with I and I, my lord. You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? See the thing is this though. They apply Moloch to the judgment big owl where they be going down to the beam.
That's the owl where them say the Bahamian Grove people.
Grove, Bahamian Grove. Bahamian Grove. You see the Bahamian Grove.
So hold on. So Jehovah really mean Moloch?
No. Listen, my lord. They be playing around, with the ancestors,
Yes, sir.
Let me just tell you something,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boy, let me show you, listen, my lord.
Yes, sir.
I tell in the 10 tribes in the west, my lord.
Yes, sir.
Remember I told they used to call this the Caribbean. They used to call it the East Indies, not the West Indies before.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, they say they bring us to Jamestown, Virginia, right? And they say they come. They say that's the first place they bring us, and they bring us on the Lord. No, they bring whole people, sisters, big sisters, small sisters, to come do some servitude in Virginia, and then the thing didn't work out, so they had to send them back to the East Indies, and they use make it look like they bring us cross. Yo, you see, Utah is Judah.
Yes, sir.
America is a part of our heritage, my lord.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, Jehovah, you see that name Jehovah. Now, like I said, I just getting deep down in the journey, but these brothers them in the knowledge what they're learning from them. You understand what I'm saying? So some of the names them, like Jehovah come up. Now, say Jehovah, that name is a derivatory that coming off of one of our ancestors them over here, what used to run. There was a time period with this brother name where they derived this name Jehovah from.
Yeah.
to where he used to run a certain part of this same part, whether it was in Mexico or Peru, but the name come up in the studies, and I remember that. I see when I hear him say Jehovah, because there's a time when I used to burn out Jehovah.
Yes.
You say coming from, and I get the final say, boy, no, but you can't do that because now you don't understand what you even saying, much less the history behind these words, and they break it down. Just like the feather. Hold on, just like the feather. You see the feather? Feather got to do with the level and compass and circumference of self. That's why the Mason order, like the level and the compass. I'm telling you, this thing got to do with the right of passage from boys and girls, because it's got to do with you as a human being. Because you carrying the triangles on you. You carrying the triangles going up and down on you. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
We carrying the crystalline, we carrying everything.
Yes.
Let me just say this, there you go.
Yes.
The Jehovah, again, I the next time you talk, probably I can give you the actual name.
No, man, we're not
Jehovah
cut.
came from.
Imara just join us plus our next Fire King. So me want give the eye them the credence, but more you have to put your closure upon your thing before I rudely interrupt the eye.
Yes, okay.
So the closure is there. I can go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, one love, Imara. One love, my brother. Tonight we are dissecting some topics. We have a piece of issue. I'm gonna send it to your desk right now, where someone put out some words talking about His Imperial Majesty and his connection to the reptile queen, as what him say, and Ethiopia was not challenging the Roman Catholic, but actually surrendered to them and become subjective to them. I don't know if you were hearing the reasoning. I'm a brethren who just joined, but make Imara can relate, and then you can say something.
Well, as a baptized member of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, I never really tell the item that yet, But my baptismal name is Haile Maskel, which
yes,
means,
my Lord. Give thanks for the crossing.
Yeah, mean power of the cross. See? You see the history of the Roman Catholic Church, before it had on the word Roman, it was Catholic, which means universal. See? And that was ancient Coptic from ancient Kemet. See? Before even the name Ethiopian Orthodox. Yeah? That is some of the studies that we have, which we have been through. See? So, in truth, Christianity originated in Ethiopia. See? But the concept of religion and the whole one God principle originated from ancient Kemet. So the tradition of the Catholic Church is coming down from that time, and different priests and fathers, made their move and their transition until it come down into Ethiopia, and the whole vibration start to spread. Well, the battle between Rome and Ethiopia, where they wanted to conquer Ethiopia and control Ethiopia. And there are many battles. You could go to the battle of Ado and the battles before that, But the whole concept of what happened when Mussolini went in, see, and before that still, some other things, you realize that European way of thinking start to infiltrate Africa and the minds of the people. And this is the fact, because ones who've been to Ethiopia recognize that the Black Madonna and the Black Christ is removed from the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, and a lot of these churches replaced with white images. That's fact. So the whole principle of lineage with Haile Selassie and the Queen we have read in documents that there is a kind of what you call a bloodline linkage with all these great monarchs who have been ruling the world for centuries.
That's right.
I have a book here where you call me World Great Men of Color by J.A. Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's the highest writer of our
hold
time.
on, the Queen Paulette. Hold on, Queen Paulette. Yes.
Yeah, and
Love J.A.
Yeah, this book by J.A. Rogers, it named World Great Men of Color.
Yes.
They have volume 1 and volume 2. See? And you see some kind of connection when it comes down to lineage and bloodline. See? And there were so much of any form of conflict when it comes to ideological principle, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see me I say?
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, when you check even where them claims the first black Roman priest, it's not even priest, but them call him Septimus.
That's right. That's right.
Severus Septimus.
Yeah.
See?
Yes.
The young
he wasn't opposing the ideological principle of Rome, you know. You understand?
Yeah.
He was one with the other because there's a
This is the one who cut off the 2 popes' head, brother.
But
the one who cut off the 2 popes' head.
Yeah, there was a buckle still, you know, but as they say,
yeah, he cut the head off.
One more I'm for completing thing. I may have 2 other brains on the line that we want to give access to.
Yeah. So as I said, there was a structure and an order, and it's when you violate that structure, you come on a punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you study certain things pertaining to revolution or lodges and these things, there's particular orders that you have where you literally take oath. Let me say that.
Yes.
Take oath to live by. Now, if you violate that, you literally committed suicide because this is all the order, and you swear by these principles or by these precepts. You see me I say? So
that's right.
So pertaining to what Mussolini did when he went to Ethiopia, and that's why the Queen and England did really, you know, protect Haile Selassie, because there's certain bloodline connection and precept where them now go, you know.
There's certain that's why when them say His Imperial Majesty is a part of the Masonic fraternity, we are trying to clarify that the Scottish Lodge, Masonic Lodge, which is a lodge, is a different kind of lodge or Mason fraternity than the Kemetic. The Freemasons are not Masons. But hold on. I want to bring in Skia because he joined the conversation. Paulette, I'm going to call you right back, Paulette, because I want to hear what you have to say too. Yeah, carry on, my brother. Yes.
Salman was the first free one, you know. Saying, go ahead, God.
Hold on. Me here with 1 3 3 2 3. What are you dealing with? Me here what you say now. All right, bless. Good night. Blessings. Yeah, we're him up on the line, but we're not him not connect. All right then. Seeing that him not connect. If you don't want to say anything and you just call us, you know, but you have to say something on the line. Paulette, I'm going to forward it. My question to the panel was what this gentleman put forward, where he said that Jehovah and Mulak is a as we just said a while ago, the Bahamian them call the owl Mulak. So is this really a demonic call upon that the people them are call upon when them say Jehovah? But you said that they are actually trying to mislead people them with the terminology of Jehovah and Mulak. Who is Mulak? It's a Mulak is the molecules.
Yeah, basically it's how they see the you know, when you set in the paradigm to go against the natural order of things, then they corrupt it with fraudulency and, you know, deception, and even sometimes, you know, when people them do things, the government spite someone, it's always with a smile.
Yeah,
You know, when they're doing something.
but we have to come
But
to
now-
we have to come to the overstanding that these things that these people are doing are gathering some results, and the result is not the betterment of the people, because if these
Yeah.
guys lock up in a dark room with some long robe and a play to one so-called creator when you're Mulak, and the instruction when Mulak get them, I tell them, say them are the light giver and all of these things, and we on the other hand I said no, our righteousness exalted the nation and we are the true light giver. They are what me no know a good over evil backlog one as
I
what them say.
understand. I understand.
Well, brother. One years. I one thing just to seal it up, all of the goddamn. Notice over the years with God consciousness when they put it in the see, I want God consciousness ever bring forth prophecy.
More I hear you properly, me now hear you properly, Neil Blaze.
We don't know what word, man. As
Yeah, man, don't worry. I said you put forth some vibration more time. The energies them come through, but utter the words, man. We have put it through.
I want consciousness of all of God consciousness. We will learn how to use that over the world. We bring forward prophecies. We hear no other prophet, no other date, no other nowhere. I'm gonna just look at it, looking at just with the time. You understand? You have to check and say, right? Would that them knowledge
Yes, I.
get them people up on party, people who want that, and then go forward.
Aye. A while ago, as we said to you people, I'm Ara. You know, I don't know if you are strong and want to continue what you were saying.
One of the things still another thing what I observe and last year I express all of them things there now. You see, each and every one, I don't want to use the word religion. See, I'll do him use it by saying religion is a personality. One spirituality is a personality. Your spiritual mission and your vibration and what you come within this time to fulfill and accomplish. You need to focus 100% on that. Just like any other great sages that try. So if are a high priest, just go on the mission to accomplish your duty and your purpose while you are here.
Yeah.
One of the things that have us confused.
Amara, give me a minute. Paulette, you wanted to say something, but Amara was talking and I never get to put in. Amara is a man who go into details. I want to say pleasant good night to the first queen on the line for tonight. Paulette, are you there?
Bless up.
Yes.
Hold on.
But I'm not going. Yes, I'm here. Greetings, everyone.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm Sister Paulette. Can I complete my point and then I'll let you in, or do you want?
Yes, and what I'm saying is I'm all right, and everybody, greetings. I'm at work, so I won't stay on. I'll call everybody, or the people that I know.
All right, one love, Sister
Call you
Paulette.
later.
All right.
Enough love.
Yes.
All right, then take care.
Continue, Amara.
Yeah. So just to put it simple, there's no two human beings with the same thumbprint. That's something that we must look into in life and realize that everyone, there's no two you. You ever hear someone say the next Bob Marley or Haile Selassie came, and Haile Selassie came to do what Haile Selassie came to do and fulfill that mission. Just like any other great sages or any great avatars who come in a particular moment and a particular time to carry out a certain function. See? So one of the things what we always try to do, is to create society is different from individual purpose,
Yes.
See? So you have to understand your purpose, tread on your mission, fulfill your mission and your purpose. That you don't have to keep reincarnated and coming here again. Because you get distracted and you start to focus on what another man do. Because some guys always see I do some things. No, them come here to do that to the fulfillment of certain things. So no matter how we fight, and you spend all of your time, I try to discuss, and I try to stop them from doing what they are doing and not putting your attention on what you are here to do. And I just teach I and I these things. See? So sometimes when you check it, and that's why he was well prepared. Menelik in father, Rasmakan, and observe what Haile Selassie was about. See?
Yes, sir.
And him literally preparing to be who he became. You know what I mean? Because he came for that purpose. And he knew that. See?
Yeah. Well, let us continue with this reading here, because as I said, sometimes a lot of truth can be hidden in some lies. He said that.
That's right.
Yeah, ancient Rastafarian honored Netta Yeshua or Yeshua, the son of Yosef. Yeshua is the name given to Yeshua, after him and the Elohim descendant, the all of the light race creation. And that's when Yeshua was given the Yahweh, king of light race, which was later shortened to Yeshua by the Greek, and the Yahweh by the modern English. Anybody want to dissect up that to me? Because a whole heap of things right there saying a name, because these are ancient language that them are use. As where him said that Yeshua is the name given to Yeshu, after him and the Elohim descendant, the all descendant, the light, or they were called the light race creation. What do you mean by that?
Listen, let me say something first, and I can let anyone be after, because we swing it back and forth, because let me just say something though. He's saying, okay, when you hear the word Yeshua, right? What you get know that word Yeshu? You getting sure that too now? Say Shu is one of the judgment, Kemetic judgment, universal principles for what they call a God. Too. So it's like even with all the words compiled, the person who write this information, he seems to me like he loved Kemet, and he had been bashing probably. I don't know this brother. I don't know who this is. I can't say him like that. But I just looking at what he write. It seems to me like he into Kemet more into Kemet.
Yes, sir.
Dude, he didn't get to notice that even in Yeshua there's the word Shu. Shu is actually Kemet.
Yes,
you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes,
even like when we say Amen at the end of our prayer, people them think Amen coming out of Kemet. Amen came out of Egypt first. Amen came out of Ethiopia first. There's a book called I think.
But the entire landmass was called Ethiopia. All right.
Oh yeah, I mean, Akibulan.
Right. Yeah.
Akibulan even going for this Akibulan, you see?
Yes. Let's not get it twisted. What he's actually trying to bring forth, because as we read further on, he said that Yeshua is our creator. He's the creator of the light race. We didn't worship Yeshua.
That's what I don't understand.
You don't understand that?
That's what I don't understand. No, because I can't say. Listen, man, you know how many stories they got out there for the light race? They got the straight nose and big nose theories, and they get so much theories. They got so much.
But who was actually referred to as the light race? Who was actually referred to?
I guess he talking about what people call Europeans. That's what he talking about. I mean, that's what I figure you only talking about. You understand what I'm saying? But like I say, I don't understand that, because that's the first time I hear that. That sounds like another story you could put alongside of the Farrakhan story, because they get the Farrakhan story with the crafting of the white man and then the Yakub, and that story sounds like it could go alongside of that. You understand where I'm coming from? Because that's a good Vaughn. Hold on, let me say this. That's a good Vaughn was saying, ancestors rest our brother, and I hope he well on this journey. Like he was saying about the equatorials, man, about the 666, and he's speaking about everybody equatorial heat is the same 98. You understand? So we all carrying the same temperature. Why would the color matter? That's why it's Madisi say Why would the color of your eyes matter if the color of your skin? I mean, why the color of your eyes and your skin matter if the color of the eyes don't matter? You understand? Because now all of this is the science Babylon using that they've been misleading. This, you understand? These things don't make no sense.
Well, well, that's what Amara, you wanted to put in a accent.
Yeah. What you see the word even light race.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back in an Asian chemist, you know, seeing, and as you was talking pertaining to Ra, which is signified as the sun god, seeing, and you see Ma, which mean the shining light, or Zu, which mean the same light, seeing. You see, some of the words them where you see people break up. I remember I was studying with a group of people who call themselves the Ekankar, the Ek people them. And there's another group of people who them call the Suki and Maikari, the light people. See, where you could have seen the same kind of principle pertaining to light energy. If you look on certain symbols, see, in Asian chemistry, we say them kind of stretch out them hand like giving light, see, and they would have made certain chant. But when you check Suki Maikari is linked to a Japanese thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now when you check Japanese and go back even to China, with some of the words and language they have put most of them together, like Zoo. See? Them things they come from Asian chemistry, you know. See? And then you realize that even in China, there was people living in China was as black as us African. See?
Yeah, man, that was our territory.
No, yeah. But you don't say, so them still live over China. It's just that they don't get highlighted. Them still live over there. We still have maroon.
Original. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
And if we can understand the inner vibration with the universe and the function of how the universe operates, because we are not separated from the universe, King.
Not at all.
And when you start to identify yourself with even race and them thing there, it's like you're doing yourself a disservice, because you are much more than that. You are much higher than anything, because you just take on this vehicle, which is the flesh, to function certain way. But without this vehicle we call the flesh, we are already a living entity in the invisible realm. Just like how I want breathing, but you can't see your breath, but the breath is an active force. You see me I say?
Yes, sir.
If you lose your hand, if you lose, pardon me, Rasta, if you lose your hand, use your hand, and it will still show up on the X-ray, even though if you don't have no hand.
Aye. So even and as we there so now attack, even certain vibratory energies of sound. It ones who chant like even I get up and chant daily. See? You recognize when you resonate certain sound, what it does to certain cells within your body.
Vibration.
Yeah. So as me I say, you check all of these great ones who we look up to. You understand? And might put up on a pedestal. Remember, even I could go to the Bible. When Yeshua, when the Christ said, all that is within me. Listen, all
within you
that is within me is within you.
You understand?
So if you have an understanding of what that means, we all have the potential to be our highest self. That is what he's saying, That
the Christ man, the Christ self, you see, the Christos, you see.
So it is Christ is not an individual. I mean? Christ is an order, is a principle.
It right.
It is for you to apply yourself.
Yes.
To attain. And all right.
Hold on.
Before I finish, let me finish that point. I'm not saying to the eye.
All right.
There was a time, you see, the same thing where one is a lodge, Rosicrucian. See? I have brethren who are mystics, see? And one of the time I was a part of that whole mystic movement. See?
That's a mystical movement too.
Yeah, man, it's Rosicrucian. See?
Mm-hmm.
And what I start to observe, is what I start to observe. You see, the divisions and competition where ones and ones even try to compete and show that them have more knowledge. When you're there amongst those people, them the kind of something there, no exercise, nobody not try it, because the whole thing they recognize that the highest power within I and I as people is how we harmonize with the universe. When you're trying to compete with anything or compete with anyone,
no power.
You are destroying yourself because there is nothing here to compete with.
So let me say this. Because you just said something, and a lot of people are skeptic. They're very skeptic of Freemason. Are we supposed to be afraid of the Freemasons, or are we supposed to embrace them?
We're supposed
be,
to
be afraid of what it come to. Be afraid of what it come to.
Hold on.
Because guess what?
Let me answer that question.
Go on, brother.
You're supposed to embrace the power that is within you. It is not unique to the Freemason. But hear what happened. We have been bamboozled to be afraid of the light energy that is within all of us.
That's right.
We were tricked to look outside of ourselves for saviors, instead of turn the third eye in and know that
real talk with this man saying. Real talk.
The savior that we are looking for is within ourselves.
Hey.
When I see the word said, none but ourselves can free our mind. We use these things lightly and not deep into it.
Hey,
your
listen.
liberation is only can come through you.
Let me say something big, brother. I want just one bill on top of what you're saying. Yeah, what the 5% them say. 5% them say, savior, self-savior, right? The black man knowledge is what makes him the savior of himself, right? By borning himself or completing himself, right? The only one that can save you is yourself.
Wow. No need to see it. Just watch it, Because if Christ don't come here already, the same one who ascended, don't expect him to descend back, ascend him back again, Seeing that means that everyone have to see themselves as the harvest is plentiful. Meaning you must say, see yourself as.
Hold on there. Yo, the part where we're reading now, he said that Yeshua is the God of self-forgiveness cycle of the universe, which he and the Elohim had to descend and the light race in order for us to experience our recessiveness, lower vibration, through them, and also conquer them, so that we teach them how to be divine. Yeshua and the Elohim left the light race with Baraka, Book of Sun. That's what Baraka means himself, which was the later translation as Hilnos Bible by the Greek, then later called the Holy Bible by the modern Caucasoid or Caucasian. Baruka was written in order to teach the light race about their creator, as they have never met the melanated Nutus. Then, henceforth, in the book of Revelation 1 verse 15 state, his feet were like polished bronze, refined in a furnace, and his voice thundered like mighty ocean waves. Polish bronze is brown, so too Manolin, so too is the Menelin people. Again, naturally menelated people are the only race that has the deepest voice due to the active throat chakras, vocal nerves. Any truth in that? This brother you got deep. I don't know, Neil want to your phone, Neil. I want, hey, yo, more on them federal people that come off of my virgin phone, you know. I don't know if you ever got hang up and call back, but the federal boy, them have a bag of insect over the line there where. May get the beer gun and spray it out, guys.
Yeah, man, road to spray.
Yeah, man, laugh after all them cockroach. Go on again, Neil Blaze. Neil Blaze. Look like married. But Rasta, Wolipa talk coming in right there, so what do you them overstand?
Yo, let me show you that something now.
Yes, sir.
Boy, so dread in a life.
You know, God, when just touch on
that's Neil now. Go ahead, Neil.
The five and the name five are two different names. Come have to stick to the author now. Why the author think this is important?
Yes.
Why the author think this when I bring is so important? Why he would have think if he attack His Majesty and me attack Elohim, Yeshua, then me can conquer one thing, me can get a victory. What kind of victory I look for?
Yes, sir.
See? That's so you know. So when you look and you look on it on another level now, I'm going to say you're divine.
Yes, sir.
Divine and show you the falling angel, them really break down. And I say, yo, them come to establish, to help the melanated ones to learn themselves, which is the watchers come down and then the watchers, remember the watchers come down and start shake up everything, you know.
Yeah.
See, the watchers come down, you know. That's why I say it, you know. So when them have a history, you know, where mankind, the watchers, they know where the watchers came from, you know, the stars.
Yes,
because the watchers were the next heavens. That's the heavens.
Yeah, man, Buckley now tell you that. Buckley now tell you that.
Would I like the brethren to express for the king, shake up everything, because nothing no shake up, you know.
He talking about for the reason why Ariel had to come and bound them because it was order on, they had to get put in place. Michael had to come and put them on the order.
Hey, may I show you five, you know. You know, just it's the revelation. Cause me like add with what me see for myself, you know, God. Then I already lead some people who are there, you know. Seeing I lead some people. Then and one of the people in a white. Grandma, middle age, and baby. Three different generation people. See, some of us walk with them and we go up on a dirt road, like a asphalt. See, now we walk on a dirt road and I feel like something fall away. So I say, wait, I want this, so something fall away. You know? See, so when I say go forward, I tell them just go on in front of me. I tell you about nearly 100 people, I think. See, all in a white, and the baby in a white. I mean, I say, why we are going forward? Saying when I look now, you know, God, I see a shadow down the road, you know. I mean, I see no sunlight, it just look easy. See, I say place looks on, we just, me I say, them a follow me now, me know where me I go eat, no, me never really. It's like me know where me I go. Saying, I'm stay so boom now and the thing step out of the thing, you know, when me looking at is a rotted clad beast, in my lord. Seeing with some hind leg, you know, and the hand them long like me hand them, you know. Seeing and it have a wing on it back like a rat bat, you know. Seeing and it step out of the darkness, you know, my lord, and come the road, you know, but it's still not in the light, you know. It's in the haze, you know. And it talk to me through mine, you know, and I say, yes, I mean, I follow you, you know. See it now, you know, God, me I say, hey. Actually, see, two little ram goat, me tell the people, I'm gonna go on. See, and me see two little ram goat on the side of the road now, you know, one brown one and one white one, you know. See, and me stay and say, shh, shh, and shift them down the road, and them start gallop down the road, you see me? And like the beast stays and grab the white one, and just lift it up and like him say, you think a joke thing? And go so, and bite out the back of it and bust it in a two, you know, and just fling on the caps, you know, and spit out that, you know, and start come down, you know. Seeing and me a stay and a turn up in the vision saying I got that. I say, oh, you know. And the divine said, turn up, Eddie, you see me? And I said, all right, turn up, you know. And the divine said, turn up, Eddie, and the beast. Oh, me. thing. What me see in my lad. A paper thing. It's like a skin and two black eye with some monster teeth and two wings on the back and it thing like it. I said to me, say you stand up in front of me. You see me? And I said, turn up, you. And me I said, Charlie said, turn up, you. And it come to me in my lad and he grabbed me by my two shoulders, you know, and lift me up and fling me across over some 1.5 mile, you know. And I rose and dropping on, pooping on, get these and some people, let me know, God. See, so when I get up, it's like, I put sprain, you know. And I say, right, lad. I say, you know, my foot not sprain, boom in and tap on the foot, you know. I start running down, you know, my lad. And I run for the healing and chop on the piece, you know, my lad. On the neck, you know. You see me? On the neck side of God. Saying it's like the rock skate, wind up, my lad. The two bone like rat bat wings.
Wow. Yo, you think you're easy, my lord, man, I tell you.
Jump on like
Feds them a mess with your line big time, you know, Neil. Feds them a ramp, but them not even want to give we a second more time, and you know we have 10 more minutes left.
Yeah, that's time, man. No problem, man. Me I tell you, man, that's some breed that's
hold it, the my lad. Hold it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we have 10 more minutes, and I was trying to wrap up everything before, because you know we're there till 10 o'clock and we're gone 30 minutes over it. Wisdom sharpnet, iron sharpnet iron, and so we have to do it. And pushing as much knowledge. As I said, first night, somebody tell me, say, we are talk too much and not do no work. I mean, I said to him, say, if we don't have a plan, we can't move forward. Dissecting some of our things that is there is very important to us. I will read the last part, a little more of it, and then allow the item to close out before we come off here. It says that when we talk about Revelation 15 and reading all of these things, him come back and him make we know, say, I personally don't think this brother have a ill intent. I think him want disperse knowledge, but him get knowledge where him use it in the context where it no make his imperial majesty fulfillment come up. It says that anyway, the circle of the universe is now fulfilled. Yeshua and the Elohim have returned to judge their creation, the light race. Look at the supernatural force that are currently happening to the light race. Flood, earthquake, plague, volcano, etc. I repeat, Jah is not a creator. Jehovah is Mulak, trying to be Yeshua. Mulak is a reptilian, Sumerian demon which feed off our energies to manipulate our pineal glands with lower vibration frequency in order for us to manifest lower vibration reality matrix of alpha frequency. The truth is more brutal than the lies. If Rastafarian was completely African spiritually, it was given to be destroyed, like it is going to be destroyed like the way they destroy many other spiritual energy system of Bantu. Instead, it was infiltrated and allowed because the draconian approved it fit for the mainstream. Don't get it twisted. Rastafarian teaches some truth of nature the same way as other religions like Christianity, Islam, etc. does. However, the root and source of energy of this religion honors and worship false deity, reptilian demons. Age of all knowing, the truth shall be revealed to those who seek it, and those who choose to remain ignorant shall perish with their ignorancy. Final call from the panel as far as that go. Who going go first?
Let me say something. You see, who's the brother you read from? Just remind me see how it.
He put in under this excerpts came out from under teachings, one of my friends out there on my Facebook page, and Neturo. Ashe Supreme Neturo.
All right. You see, let me just do a little interview, just something I think about. You see the brethren who explained him vision a while ago?
Yes.
You know, say if him forceful and him determined, him can build a religion out of him vision.
That's just an example to show you something.
Yeah. If him persist in him own.
A man have a personal experience, you know, and him use that personal experience, seeing whether through a vision or something, and he mystify it so much, seeing, and propagate it. If him have people who will follow him, seeing, and this is how most religion come by, you know, King. Seeing?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
A pop star's religion. Michael Jackson that's religion. Prince, that's religion.
The brethren are showing what we are saying. See? So you have certain influence over the mind of people who don't want to do that work, lead themselves, looking for someone to lead them.
That's right.
And if a man can come out and convincingly say what he experienced and tell you that there's a God that speaks to him, just like the pastor, you know.
Yes, sir.
When the pastor preach at church, you know, he might tell you, say, listen to what God said to me, because God tell me.
Yes, sir.
And when he expressed that, people tremble and say, then go home and say, did you hear the message that God gave the pastor? So then go church every Sunday to hear what God tell the messenger, which is the one, the pastor, not knowing that this person what him a go listen to give him a message. I have him own experience.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Your experience is your religion.
Living that, brother.
Living it, you see?
Yo, Strong Lion, put on your 2 cents before Neil Blaze, guy. One teacher, you know, man.
I can't say nothing else except His Majesty is the highest, man. His Majesty is the first and He's the last. You see how he's saying? And I just like to say, still, from my own perspective, I don't think nobody have to agree with me still, but I feel like when they say man was created first and then woman, we know that's a lie. We know that woman was created first, you understand what I'm saying? And the females them came and prepared the earth. And after that, they break the X into Y. And I feel that like the X is broken the Y in Africa. You understand? And His Majesty was that first divine male. Now, when I say that like that, I mean in a sense, I have to go deep on it. The cosmic principle of what the universal principle of what consciousness is in male form is what His Majesty is as the first divine. And what it is in female form is what Mariam is to, was what all the female energies is from that time to this time, to His from His Majesty, from the beginning, what they call Adam to His Majesty. His Majesty is that first. That's what I'm trying to wrap up everything in one ball, but I can't do it. But I just like to say, it. Let me just say this one thing, and I'm gonna have to leave you all on this because I know time gotta go. I'm going right. Listen,
we're done.
The Italians, when they went up against His Majesty on the battlefield, His Majesty was so courageous and so supernatural until they leave their outfit just to join with His Majesty. They left their unit and joined His Majesty unit. When the war was over, with reconciliation days, when they had to return stuff from Italy to His Majesty back in Ethiopia, His Majesty said, look at your comrades, they're here. You could just attest, you could attest from their experience that you treat them as brethren for whatever the situation is. They are cousins. His Majesty called Italians his cousins. You understand coming from this thing, go deep. Love the king, love the king. Love His Majesty, man. So with all of this energy with this brother, it's like I'm just excited for the reasoning and all this. I give thanks for the moment, though. I have a lot more to say still, though.
Yes, sir. No worry, man. Monday we start again. Neil Blaze, because we don't know if I'm alright finish with him stuff. Neil Blaze. Yeah.
The vision of paradise everywhere. At the end of the vision, you know, when the bass run down for 9, like 5 minutes. The end of the vision on the bass run down for 9, I jump on the neck of the bass and I realize I see that tree jump on, you know, God.
See, and front car the winger start up high. And it a go down for the bass then up. See, and Mr. swing off in front of the bass, you know, and kick off and drop in front of it, you know. Like bass, see me, you know, and say, are you? So instead of tweet mine, now it's that talk. Now I say, are you? Are you? No, man, I know you. No, I'm coming down now when I said, John, when I said, John said, stand you. I'm just standing on me. You see when me stand, God? Me see like the birds part like a curtain, my lord. Like a curtain part. Hold up, like a curtain part. I see a warrior come out with a sword broad like me head. A white sword man come out with a big soldier looking brother. I step out of the reality split that like a wall. And it just a come down with the sword and come down and chop the beast across his neck. Seeing when the sword drop in at the beast's neck, piece I jump out. Seeing, and when it strike in front of me in my life by like 2 feet away, you know, the big old beast, I say, you know, man. Seeing, and I tell you, the man does the reality split like 3 feet away from me, bro, and the man just come out coming down one time like some bloof. Seeing, and then hold back the swords and the brother in a one veil in the mirror white like chalk and catch up in a one and thick. Seeing, and him put back the big broad sword in front time and just step back into the reality, my lord, and he just close up. Seeing, and when me look, me just see the ratty clad beast just in front of me with the man stretch out and I say, and just turn it up. Turning a pile of ashes, you know, God. A pile of ashes, you know, my lord.
All the men. All the men, people. All the men.
And Nero and Netoro from Egypt, you know, just tell Egypt for change and them resist the Hebrew God of Israel. Yeah. And to beat them to death. No man nothing put my head in my lad. And people need to hear just like what the elders say, they need somebody to hallelujah. Yes, and he said, go on and tell them, get the plane and get the boat. And that's how he tell me, you know, get the phone and get the phone boat and get the transportation and never get the money. That's how he tell me, you know. I'm here link with the elder them now and I say, all right, we are going to need a network. See, when we look at $12 million, we can get a ship for. See, I show me get the money, the people them down there, the government take money from the people where we can get as an indigenous set of people. We just have to represent that indigenous, which I want to go.
As me say, Monday, we'll continue the reasoning again. Yeah, but tonight,
we need to.
Yeah, because tonight was about putting aside some of the propaganda that's out there, and I applaud the item, enough respect and praises for the warriors them who stand up for righteousness and always, you know what I mean, heard the call when we say, yo, we need to regroup and stand our grounds. It is a pleasure for really know say we can have reasoning with each other and leave. Everybody may have their own understanding of what we talk about tonight, and we can walk away and go do our homework and reason again the next day, because we have to gel people. And I feel this thing here, as I see it grow, more on the them subscribe to the thing, because what really happening right now is we now have to depend on the criminal news network again. No CNN nor Fox. We have a own thing around here where you call anytime, you reason where you want reason, you talk how you want talk, and you just put the word out there. So give thanks to the item, man.
Yes, my brother. Give thanks for the moment, my brother. Hopefully Monday still.
Yeah, man. Monday, live spear. You know what I mean? We track it up again.
Yes, my lord. Bless up everybody in the panel, man. Blessed night, man, you know?
Blessed, brother. Blessed. Love and
yes, man. Blessed night.
Highly blessed. Sounds of the one called Imara. Big up.
So bitter when you back against the wall and before you it's the iron bars. I'm warning. It is so bitter when you back against the wall and before you it's the iron bars. See, peeping through the rains, peeping through the bars. We can't see the moon and we can't see the stars. While out the street, my brethren them a war. I'm wondering if they not look. Pull it up again, pull it up again, pull it up again.
Gotta pick up the beautiful Paulette. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much to Neela Blaze.
It is so bitter when you back against the wall and
Also, the man called I Mara.
It is so bitter when you're back against the wall and before you waste the iron.
We tried to get Rascapa, but he's busy in Ghana. Big up yourself, Rascapa. And we had the man Denroy Morgan. We want to big up the family, the Morgan Heritage family. Big up on yourself.
Wondering if they're not looking far, cause it's so bitter when you're back against the wall and before you face the iron bars. I'm warning, it is so bitter when you're back against the wall and before you face the iron bars.
Also want to big up my friend Michelle, our Fresh Radio Vibes analyst. Kind of make sure to listen to that, guys. You know, if she want to come in, she could just link up. Big up Bird's Eye anywhere you're there. King Dawada.
It's so bitter when you're back against the wall and before you waste the iron bars. I'm warning, it is so bitter when you're back against the wall and it is so bitter when you're back against the wall and before you waste the iron bars. I'm saying, you make me whine. See, let us talk it out, don't shoot it out. That's the only way we make a change. One family, one community. Let's live in love and identity. You make me whine. Oh well. Don't get caught up in them systems. It is so bitter, blood in a sweet. You turn to crime, blood running in the street. Hungry and fight, them belly get weak. Politicians smile, them done with them seat. It's so bitter when you're back against the wall and before you waste the iron bars.
I am an agent, pull that up again. Could you possibly rewind and come again?
Don't let them set you up. No, they will set you up. Hey, what is man that Jah is mindful of him? When every day the world is mingled up in sin, we see them all opposing and show off. We not the race of life. Later when I go laugh, don't let them set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, I don't wanna be set up. Don't let them set you up. Set you up, yeah. Every man had the same chance. Everybody had the same dance. Everybody in a romance, like the world in a lost trance. Yes, they got the system fighting against the things to make us all. Yes, to live as one, but they've got a master plan.